Uh-oh, you are now listening to
D, the delinquent.
On the podcast.
This is Many Hats, No Cap, baby.
D, the delinquent. Many hats, no cap.
Welcome to Many Hats, No Cap with Delinquent. So today, I got my car washed. And with my luck, 10 minutes after leaving that bitch, it starts raining. Why? Because that's just my luck. Of course it's going to rain in the middle of the desert after I get my car washed. Now I know a lot of people joke about things like that, but that shit really happens to me, bro. But yet, I continue to go to the car wash. Why? Because I used to work at one. And I remember how important and how much tips meant to me during that time of my life. Boy, I depended on those tips, man. It was bad, son. But the car wash really helped pull me through. And the car wash I used to work at was privately owned. It had two owners. And they were always there, super active, always there. They weren't ever micromanaging the place, but they were just always present. And they were awesome. They would actually pull out towels and wipe cars down with us and grab a clipboard and help us sell packages. Like, they were really active. They were there. Awesome owners, awesome people. And all my coworkers were awesome as well. And I love the environment. I just love a place where we could just be free and say racist jokes and bust each other's balls and bust each other's chops and make each other feel as horrible as possible in a jokingly fashion way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just how I am. But a place like that is a place where I love to work, where I'd rather be. Maybe it's preference or experience, I don't know. But working at a place where they're all uppity and by the book just sucks. I ain't trying to be, anyway. But yeah, the car wash was awesome, man. And when I was working at this car wash, I was a ticket writer, a service advisor, a salesman, whatever you want to call it. When you would drive up to the lot, it was my job to try to sell you a hand wax, a shampoo, a detail, cup holder cleaning, something. I had to try to get more out of you. And I was good at it. I was decent, not the best, but I was pretty good at it. Anyway, I'll never forget this one stank-ass, stuck-up-ass bitch in a brand new BMW. This BMW was about $100,000. Easy. See, at this car wash, we had a few packages, but we had one dedicated lane for the express wash. The express wash was where you pay $3.99, and on some days it was only $2.99. You just pay, $4, and you get to drive around back, stay in your car the whole time, and go through the machine. And as you come out the machine, they wipe your car down and send you on your way. Hell of a value. Good wash. This one fucking stuck-up, stank-ass bitch pulls up in a brand new BMW. A black one. Beautiful car. When she pulls up, she says she wants the express wash. I say, okay, that's $3.99. She hands me $4. Then she holds her hand out. Nobody ever asked for their penny back. Nobody ever asked for their penny back. But she wanted that penny. Now, we're supposed to have pennies in our fanny pack. I didn't get pennies that day because, like I said, nobody ever asked for their penny back. So I said, sorry, ma'am, I don't have any pennies. She goes, I ain't leaving here without my penny. Y'all ain't gonna get rich off me. And she was serious. She put her shit in park, and she wanted that penny back. So I go inside to see the cashier to get some pennies. As I go inside, I come across the owner, the younger one. He says, what's going on? I'm telling him what's going on. He gets pissed instantly. I remember him repeating, you're not going to let us get rich off a penny. What the hell? And I remember him reaching into his pocket, pulling out $1, a crumbled up $1, and he goes, come on, let's go. He marches outside with me. When we get to her car, she has her window up now. He gently knocks on it, she rolls it down, and he hands her the $1. Then he goes, "Ma'am, this should cover me for the lifetime of your washes." "What do you mean?" "I haven't seen you once, ma'am, and I think this will cover me for 100 visits. She goes, "Well, don't be mad at me just because I want my penny back and refuse to let y'all get rich off the penny. Nobody else is smart enough to ask for their pennies back, but I am." And then, I'll never forget, he gets right up in her grill and he says, "How many washes, how many cars do you think I see a day? Tell me, please." She says, "I don't know, 100. And he goes, "Wow, you're right. On average, we get 100 cars a day. If I was to steal all these people's pennies, that means I would get $1 fucking dollar. How am I gonna get rich off $1 fucking dollar?" She rolls up her window. She skirts out of there. Didn't even get her wash. So we jacked her for $3.99. Dumb bitch. But man, I missed the car wash. And at this car wash, there was also a window company that was there. You know, me personally, when I go to a car wash, I don't want to see the window guys, but that's just a part of the car wash game. So this window company was there, and it was their job to try to sell windshields. And man, they made big money. They made hella big money. True salesmen, slime balls, but they was cool. And plus, I just love bullshitting with them. All the racism, the ball busting, all that shit with them was just awesome. They could take a joke. They would never get emotional. It was just fun times with these cats. Well, there was this one dude. His name was Kevin. He was half black, half Asian. We would call him Bruce Leroy and then blackface and all kinds of shit. Hell, he would call me Beaner, Spick, all kinds of dumb shit. And I look Filipino, so sometimes he'd call me Philip. Anyway, he buys this new Escalade. All black. Badass Escalade. 26-inch rims, blacked out, black murdered out. It was just awesome. It was a come up. He was doing good. Well, one day he was fucking with me real bad. Busting my balls real bad. And you know it's good when it kind of hurts your feelings. And damn, that day he was really hurting my feelings. So I took my crayon. We each had a crayon to write on windows. You know, the inside of windows whenever somebody would buy a wax or they wanted a specific job done or air freshener. We would write it on the inside of the windows so the guys around the back so they could see what's going on and what they need to be doing. So I took my crayon. It was called like a window crayon or something. I forgot what it was called. It's gonna bother me. Well, anyway, it was bright yellow. I took my crayon, and when Kevin wasn't looking, on the back of his window, he had super dark limo tint, by the way. It was so dark, you couldn't see in him, and you couldn't see out him. Fucking dangerous. Anyway, on the back of his window, when he wasn't looking, I drew a big ass swastika. Huge, son. It took up the whole damn back window almost. A big ass swastika. And I colored it in and everything. The shit was perfect. And as we're leaving, I forget to tell him that there's a swastika on the back of his brand new Escalade. We're all in a hurry to get out. You know how it is. You want to go home. He jumps in his whip, rolls his window down, flips a bitch, bumping music. He was bumping Too Short, Cocktails. I'll never forget that. Bumping. And he's looking at me as he's leaving and he flips me off. He still don't know that on the back of his window is a big ass swastika. He goes down Speedway, speeding, flips a bitch because he lives on the south side, passes by us again, gives me the finger again. Still not knowing there's a swastika on the back of his fucking window. Huge, bright yellow swastika. And he's black, son. Yeah, he's half black and half Asian, but he looks more black than anything. So anyway, when he passed by the second time, after he did that U-turn on Speedway, I then saw the swastika and I was like, oh shit. And I didn't have his phone number, Nobody on the property had his phone number. He's gonna have to drive home. Hopefully he makes it home safely with that swastika on his back of his window. Next day comes. We go to work. He pulls up. He jumps out the car. Yo! What the fuck, man? I go, what happened? What's going on? Somebody fucking drew like a dick or a fucking swastika or something. I don't know, man. These fucking kids just started throwing rocks at my window. What? Since this was a new Escalade, and now we're talking vandalism and, money, I never told him that it was me. So Kevin, if you hearing this right now or seeing this, dog, I'm sorry. I love you, dog. I'm sorry. Let it go, though. That was 20, 22, 25 years ago. Let it go. I mean, shit move on, son. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it's the new year. My New Year's resolution is I ain't going back and I'm going to forget everything and I'm going to keep moving on. So if I owe you money or apologies or if I got to do something to make it right, I moved on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I still love you, dog. That shit was awesome, man. The car wash ain't no joke. But I do gotta say this. There's two places in this world that you need to go if you want to get plugged in. If you want to get connected with some illegal shiza. 1, prison. 2, the car wash. Because even though at the car wash there's many different walks of life and awesome, I'm just playing. There's 2 types of motherfuckers that work at the car wash. Ex-cons and kids fresh out of high school. And occasionally there's some cool motherfuckers. You know what I mean? There's some cool motherfuckers that work there. But really, if you want to get plugged in into some illegal shiza, you got to go to prison or just go work at a car wash for a month. You will get plugged in. You will learn a thing or two. Illegally. But man, oh man, I had some good times at the car wash. And I'm still in touch with my old manager, Chris. Awesome cat. Cool ass white boy. Him and his brothers, they were cool, funny as hell. That made the job super cool. In fact, we were like the first ones to have a Halloween haunted car wash. That shit was dope, son. We put so much time and effort into this thing. People from the city came in. It was awesome. But anyway, go to your car wash and make sure to always tip those dudes. They're working hard and you know how it goes. You know how it is. At the car wash, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa.
D, the delinquent. Many hats, no cap.